Welcome you all to the course on discrete time signal processing, and this video lecture is about programming for FIR filter. Okay, it's a part of your unit 5. So first let me take some example for the explanation. So here I have asked write a program to determine the filter coefficients of a 9 tap low pass FIR filter with a cutoff frequency of 1 kilohertz and sampling frequency of 10 kilohertz. Okay, so from that I can write the given. Okay, the given is nothing but 9 tap filters, that is the order is 9, and they given the cutoff frequency is equal to 1 kilohertz and sampling frequency is equal to 10 kilohertz. Okay, they mentioned it's a low pass filter. Okay, and we know that we should give the values of frequency in terms of radians, not in terms of hertz. So we are in the processing of converting your hertz into radians. Okay, and we know that the formula omega c is equal to 2 pi fc by fs. Okay, so that I have taken here. So fc is 1k and fs is 10k, which means that omega c is equal to 2 pi by 10. So that is nothing but pi by 5. Okay, for any low pass FIR filters, your desired impulse response ht of n is equal to 1 by n pi sin n omega c for the range of minus of n minus 1 by 2 to plus of n minus 1 by 2. For the rest of the values of n, the ht of n is equal to 0. Okay, so we know the order is 9 and the cutoff frequency is pi by 5. Okay, that you can substitute in the ht of n. Okay, now your ht of n will become 1 by n pi sin of n omega c. Okay, omega c is nothing but pi by 5. So this is sin n pi by 5 for the range minus 4 to plus 4. Okay, this is my desired impulse response. Okay, so here I have taken the range of n is equal to minus 4 to plus 4, which means that I am going to have 9 samples. Okay, but this is not applicable when n is equal to 0. Okay, if I take ht of 0, and that will become 1 by 0, that is not defined. Okay, further we know the formula when n is equal to 0, ht of n is equal to omega c divided by pi. Okay, so omega c is equal to pi by 5 divided by pi. Both the pi's may get cancels, so I may have 1 by 5, that is equal to 0.2. Okay, so ht of 0 is equal to 0.2. For rest of the values of n, for like n is equal to minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. For all those values of n, I may use this ht of n function. For n is equal to 0, I should use this 0.2. Okay, so I am going to write the whatever things we have done in this page. Okay, the same thing I am going to write in the program also. Okay, so we'll start with your library functions. Okay, that is stdio.h. Okay, that you can write. Okay, I am defining my pi value. Okay, it's a global declaration. So hash define pi, capital Pi is nothing but 3.14. Okay, which means that for the entire program, whenever I am using pi, that will be taken as 3.14. Okay, so I am starting with the main function. So I am defining, so what are the inputs they given to us? They given two things. Okay, one is fs, another one is fc. Okay, so fc is nothing but 1 kilohertz, that is 1000 hertz, and fs is nothing but 10 kilohertz, that is nothing but 10,000 hertz. Okay, now I should convert this hertz into radians. Okay, for that I need some other variable, so that is nothing but omega c. So I am defining omega c as a floating. Okay, so because we cannot expect that I may get the full integers value. If I define integers value, due to quantization, all the values which is after the fraction will be removed. Okay, so I am going to define it as a float. Okay, float wc, and the filter coefficients also is always less than 1 to be a stable filter. So we cannot expect that I may get the full integers. So hn is also a float. Okay, this both cannot be defined as a integer. Okay, so then I need dummy variable n and the filter coefficients with the pointer. Okay, the first step is I have to convert frequency in terms of hertz to radians. Okay, so your omega c is equal to 2 pi Fc by Fs. Okay, so after writing this, so your omega c will become pi by 5. Okay, so with this step is over. Okay, the next step is I have to define ht of n. Okay, I will define my ht of n. So ht of n is, for n is equal 0, it is different. For values of minus 4 to plus 4 except 0, the value is different. Okay, so I am going to take the for loop. So n is equal to minus 4 till plus 4. Okay, it will be, this for loop will be repeated for 9 times. Okay, starting from minus 4 ending with plus 4. Okay, so then I am entering into the loop. So here already we have stated we are going to have two different conditions, especially for n is equal to 0 separately and for other values of n. Okay, so I am checking whether my n is equal to 0. So if n equal to 0, then my h of n is nothing but 0.2. Okay, if not, okay, if not, else I have to write the function. What's the function? Sin n omega c divided by n pi. Okay, sin n omega c divided by n pi. So now it will take n is equal to 4, then corresponding values will be taken. Then finally I am going to print my output values of your filter coefficients. Okay, that's all about this first portion. Okay, in the next portion I am going to implement this filter. Okay, I am going to implement this filters. Okay, that is called a structure realization linear phase. Okay, and we all know the transfer function h of z is equal to y of z divided by x of z. Okay, and y of z by, so y of z is equal to x of z into h of 0 plus h of 1 and so on. So where h of 0, h of 1, h of 2 are called as filter coefficients. Since we have taken 9-tap filter, we are going to have the filter coefficients from h of 0 to h of 8. Okay, so finally I can express my output sequence y of n is equal to summation h of k into x of n minus k, where k takes values 0 to 8. Okay, yeah, so let me explain how to write the program for realization of your FIR filter. Okay, so here I defined some function called as transfer function. Okay, so void transfer function. Okay, so here I am passing two different variables. One is called as p coefficient, the other one is called as input x of n, and the third one is output y of n. Okay, so only if I know the inputs and coefficients I can able to generate y of n. Okay, because y of n is equal to x of n convolution h of n. Okay, so I am entering into the loop. I am defining three variables I, j, k, and I am defining double as a temporary. Okay, sorry, temporary as a double. Okay, so first let me take the outer loop. So outer loop for k is equal to 0, for k less than 9 till k plus plus. I am defining temporary is equal to 0. Okay, so then for I is equal to 0, I less than 9, I plus plus. Okay, I am checking the position of input, that is j is equal to k minus I. Okay, just take k is equal to 0 and I is equal to 0 initially, then j will become 0. Okay, just enter into the if condition. If j is greater than or equal to 0, yeah, condition is true, then enter into the loop. Okay, temporary plus is equal to the coefficients of k into xn of j, which means that coefficient of 0 into x of 0. Okay, that is simply I can say that h of 0 into x of 0. Okay, h of 0 into x of 0, this portion I can write. Okay, then I am assigning that to the y of n variable. Okay, now I can increment my inner loop. Okay, then I will become 1, so it will be executed similar way till the condition gets failed, this will be executed. Okay, then further k will be incremented by 1. So whenever k is equal to 1, once again I have to take I is equal to 0 and so on. So then if I complete all this, so I may get y of n is equal to x of 0 sorry, h of 0 into x of n plus h of 1 into x of n minus 1 plus h of 2 into x of n minus 2 and so on, so till h of 8 into x of n minus 8. Okay, so this is the C programming for realization of FIR filter. In the next, I will take the applications of DSP. So there will be a variety of applications, and the number, if I take the applications of DSP, it's a wide area. Okay, so here I have given few topics, okay, where here DSPs are plays a very vital role. So one is the image processing, instrumentation and control, speech and audio, military applications, that is a defense applications, telecommunications, biomedical, and the basic consumer applications. Okay, especially the image processing. So the DSP is used for pattern recognition, robotic vision, image enhancements, animations. For those, your DSP is very important. It's playing very important role, especially in the data compression, speech recognition, musical sound processing, converting text to speech and speech to text. Okay, radar processing, sonar, missile guidance. Okay, for everything we are using DSP processor and DSP algorithms. Okay, in the echo cancellations, adaptive equalizations, video conferencing, your ECG signals, EEG signals, spatial monitoring, digital TV, cameras, internet phone, for everything we are using DSP. So DSP plays a very vital role in the variety of applications. Okay, few things I have mentioned here. So for example, we'll take how to do the speech analysis using DSP. Okay, so let me take analog signal, that is our speech signal. It is a continuous time in nature. Okay, so since we are going to process in a digital signal processor, it is mandatory we have to convert analog signal into digital signal. Okay, so the analog signal is initially passed to the audio codec, okay, which will convert your analog signal into discrete signals. Okay, that will be given to digital signal processor for the operation of that speech. Okay, after it reaches the DSP processor, the process will be manipulated and output is given to error coding. Okay, so error coding is nothing but to check errors with channels. Okay, in the audio codec also it will getting the inputs also will be compressed to 8 bits. Okay, it will be sampled at 14 bits. Okay, the output is given as a 8 bits to the DSP processor. Okay, then after entering the error coding, it will check the errors with the channels. Then for the modulation purpose, it will be given to modem. So finally we will get digitized and coded speech signal. Okay, so this is how we are using DSP in the speech analysis. Okay, so this is one simple example I have taken for the applications of DSP. Yeah, that's all about this video. If you have any queries, you can mail at arunkumar@savitha.ac.in. Thank you.